Hi guys, welcome back to the show and this week's movie review.
So who is he?
The accountant.
Like a CPA accountant?
Not quite.
The Accountant. Now, I will say that when I saw the trailer for this film, I wasn't that excited to go out and go see it. I mean, it starred Ben Affleck. He was a individual with a mental disorder, and he was a hitman. Didn't quite make sense to me. Felt it was probably gonna be like box office garbage. And I gotta give you guys a quick spoiler right now. I actually really like this film. But before we talk about how much I really like this film, let's go over our usual stuff. First, let's talk about the cast. So, like I said before, the cast actually stars Ben Affleck. He's playing a mentally challenged individual who actually is an accountant who moonlights as a hitman. A crazy scenario, and somehow they make it work. Other people in this cast is actually going to be the Punisher himself, Jon Bernthal, which I really didn't know was in this movie until I actually saw him on screen, which was a real welcome surprise, I will say that. Other people in this film is Andrew Kedrick, J.K. Simmons, John Lithgow. I mean, it's actually got a really, really good cast. Enough so that when you really start to see that they actually spent time in casting this film, you really want to give them the amount of leeway, I guess we'll say, to see this film all the way through. So that pretty much takes care of the main part of the cast. So let's go ahead and talk about the plot. So the plot of this film is that Ben Affleck's character has a high functioning form of autism. They don't really go into depths as far as what degree of autism he really has. They just say it's high functioning. I assume because they didn't want people really critiquing how they show an individual with autism on screen. So I kind of get where they kind of left it vague. But as a child, his family is dealing with it, and his father decides that instead of letting his son be a victim throughout the world, he wants to make sure that he knows how to deal with all the distractions and the things that can affect an individual with autism, and not make him more prepared as far as it goes out. So he pretty much trains him. That training basically turns him into a badass. So much so that it gives him more focus, and he actually becomes more of a math savant. And he tends to do bookkeeping for more of the seedy organizations. Why seedy organizations? They go a little bit more into detail in that later in the film as far as his transition through life. But you just have to go with it up front. So he is a bookkeeper for the bad guys. We'll just say it that way. That's pretty much the plot of this film. Any more than that will probably spoil all the things that they try to let you build up to within the movie. So we'll just leave it like there. So let's now jump to my favorite part of the review, are the goods and the bads. So we can talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. So the goods of this film. The goods of the film is that the action is super intense. I mean, so intense. It reminds you of films like John Wick or even Bourne? I know that him and Matt Damon are real big buds. Maybe he was trying to pull out his inner Matt Damon, or maybe he's trying to say that, hey, this is the franchise that's gonna take over after, Matt Damon decides to put Bourne away. But either way, they were really intense, direct, short, and brutal fight scenes that they had in here. A lot of gunplay, like in John Wick. Really, really surprising than what I thought I was going to get in this. It said a hitman film, and I thought it was going to be more of a little plotting, maybe just 1 or 2 kills. This thing had a lot. I'll say that. Other things that I like about this film is that it seemed like it's very predictable in the beginning, but it's not. They make you think like, okay, I understand who the villain is, I understand motivations, but when you get further into this film, more than likely the third part of this film, the third act, when you really start to peel back the layers that they've already presented to you and kind of understand exactly what's going on in this film. So that was a great part about it. Other things is that they don't kind of force feed you everything. They really they just kind of give you some information and give you more information later on, let you kind of figure it out on your own, as opposed to saying, oh, okay, well, this is this and this is that. I really love those particular parts of the film. So we're gonna stop there because I can kind of go on and on about all the things that I did like about it. So let's kind of jump on to the things that I didn't like, because even if I like a film, I still have to tell you the things that I kind of pointed out were a little misses. So let's talk about the bads. The bads of this film is one real bad. That's it. I mean, it's not even a big bad. All it is the tone. In the trailers, they kind of make it seem a little slow, a little bit more dramatic, and that's why I didn't think there was a lot of action in this film. But when you get into the film, it switches from a real drama set film to more of an action film, and then it switches back to drama, and then we go back to action. So that up and down in the film kind of throws the pacing off a little bit. And also too, if you were expecting more of a drama, and then we get to the action parts, you may be a little bit off put by that. Or if you're expecting action all the way through and then you got to go through those slow parts of drama, then you may feel a little bit bored. So that was probably the only things. Maybe they could have balanced the pacing, as in a John Wick, where that was more of a drama-ish, I'll say drama-ish, type film, or more crime based action, cops and robbers type deal. But maybe no cops, more robbers. But that one paced very well. This one, it had ups and downs, which kind of threw the flow off just a little bit, and it kind of made you wonder, what is this film really about? So that's my only my only bad with this film. But when you get to the end, you understand what those ups and downs were about. Maybe they could have managed them a little bit differently. That would have made it all flow together a little bit better. So that's it. I don't have to say, like I normally say in these reviews, how do I feel about it, because I obviously liked it. But should you go see it? Yes, you should definitely go see it, especially if you are a Ben Affleck fan, outside of Batman, I guess. If you are a fan of Jason Bourne and the Jason Bourne and John Wick, I can get my words together today. Those are films that remind me a lot of what they were doing in this film. And if you're a fan of that type of style, then you'll definitely enjoy this film. If you wanted more drama in this, you might want to, or if you were expecting more action, you might want to reassess what you were expecting out of this film before you go into it. And I think that will help you enjoy it a lot better. All right, so like we always say, if you get a chance to get out there and see the film, make sure you put in the comments below whether you liked it or if you didn't like it. Tell me how you felt about it. Tell me if Ben Affleck's going to be the new Jason Bourne, or if this is going to supersede Jason Bourne, or maybe even John Wick. Will we see more out of this character? Because this is a type of movie like John Wick was, where it was supposed to be just a one and done type film, but people were so intrigued by the character themselves, or himself, that we asked to see more. We may see more out of Ben Affleck in this franchise. So that's all I got. Sorry, I was a little bit tongue-tied on this one. Make sure you like and subscribe, and like I said, comment below. And we'll see you guys next week with another movie review. Take it easy.